This video is a copy of a video I can't find on the internet anymore. It was 1990 Sturgis, as you'll see. They probably will copyright this because it is somebody else's video, but like I said, I can't find it anywhere else, and I thought you guys might enjoy it. But I'm going to have to put this on in parts because it's 2 hours long.
Indians are magic, spiritual. Indians aren't made anymore. They quit making them in 1953, and it was the best motorcycle ever made in America. And to see them survive and to live on is something that can only be experienced by building, owning, and riding Indian motorcycles. It's the kind of thing that if I had to explain it to you, there aren't enough words available, and if you understand, no words are necessary. I ride this bike every day. It bridges many generation gaps. Small children are awed by it. Old couples come up to me all the time and say, you know, my husband courted me on a motorcycle quite a bit like that. The police officers tend to appreciate it because it's humorous. I ride for laughs. I live for laughs. This motorcycle helps me get along with all kinds of people from all walks of life. It bridges lots of generation gaps and breaks down lots of barriers.
We came down from British Columbia and had a few problems. I had a flat tire and my husband had a front brake snap and what else?
The front handlebar broke off and the third of her sprocket broke and fell off. But basically we had some good luck. I think one of the things we should say is you start out on older bikes like we did. People say, aren't you worried about being broke down? But we've had help from a lot of people. We had the flat tire. A guy came right out of his driveway and pulled us into his house and loaned us a tube and wouldn't take any money and helped us put it together. And when the handlebar broke, I went into a service station and the guy gave me his rod and his acetylene and a hammer and a grinder and wouldn't take any money. And you need to worry when you ride stuff like this. People are good people all over. I think Sturgis is like a pilgrimage. I think for me, it's always been a thing I've wanted to do, and the 50th anniversary is what I wanted to come to in the National Indian Convention. So I think it's a pilgrimage of sorts for bikers. That's what I think it is.
This is the first time I've ever been to Sturgis. I've heard about it for years, and I always said that I really didn't care to go. And now I'm sure that I don't, after having been here this last day. I don't like crowds that much, but because they featured Indians, I thought I'd come and bring my Indian and join the festivities. Well, it's a 39 Indian 4 that I bought new and have had ever since. And I modified it when I got it, and I've ridden it in races in the desert and done quite well with it. And I've had it all these years, and it's very reliable, and I keep riding it across the country and having fun with it. For its time, it was as good as anything that was around, and unfortunately, they got taken over by people who were more interested in money than developing motorcycles, which many corporations have seen happen to themselves, and it just ruined the whole thing.
Years ago, there was a great rivalry between Harley and Indian. It was very serious between the companies on an official basis. But now it's just changed, and it's just all good friends. It's been quite a change. The Harley lovers, they think it's just all right if you're riding an old Indian, so we really have fun doing that.
Now the monkey's on your back. We're going to try to get more. 14-3, come on. Operation and maintenance manual goes with it. Away we go. Hold it again. Now wait a minute. Are you going to keep interrupting me with more stuff, or are we going to sell the motorcycle? $14,000, sir. $14,000. Here they go now, $14,000. Here they go now, $14,000. Here they go now, 14. Here they go now, 14. Do it again. Tell me yes or no. Shake your head once. So, $14,300 right here. So, $14,300 right here. I right here. Get a little what you want to on the shelf.
originally, that's why the Cossacks were formed, was to better motorcycling, to give a better image. And I think down through the years, we've taken safety classes, given safety lessons and all that. I think we've come a long ways in helping the image of motorcycling.
The lesson we learned today, go to the doctor on Wednesday when it really starts hurting.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
Good to see you.
We're glad you're here.
We're glad to be here.
I bet you are.
We'll have a little bit of a party. We'll try not to party too much, but yeah, we'll have a good time.
You guys got a pretty tough reputation.
I wouldn't say it's too bad. You guys haven't got a bad one yourself.
Fantastic, you know, it's amazing that where you look, there's another 200 bikes.
We've done everything together, met a lot of people, a lot of friends. We're coming back next year.
It's my fourth and my fifth next year.
It's a low rider, it's a very nice bike, really love it. Cadillac, leave the old man at home, and I cruise, have a lot of fun.
I've been coming up here for 25 years. That's what I've been doing for 25 years, coming up here on occasionally. And that this year, 50th year, I got to be here because I was here in 1961 or 63, all through in there. I come up here every year.
It's a little warmer than I'm used to. I've been from Seattle, Washington, so it rains a lot up there. It's usually pretty cool. Pretty impressive to come around a corner and seeing the tower sticking up out of the earth. Never been here before. It looked pretty good.
I want to know the story about it. You know, how it formed or why it's there, because I mean, you see rolling hills and meadows and pine trees, and all of a sudden this big rock sticking out of the middle of nowhere. You know, it's breathtaking.
back down the side, we'll make a right go in our camp area. So you got 1 hour. I got about an hour. Back here, 11:15. All right. There you go.
This is the first time we've been up here.
What do you think?
Oh, I love it. It's great. It's a lot more friendly than Daytona was.
We got it.
All right. What's it look like?
Huh?
What is it? What brings you out here?
We're from Daytona Beach, Florida.
Oh, yeah?
We came out to see Sturgis, South Dakota. It's beautiful out here.
What do you think of this whole thing so far? What's it like?
It's great. It's great. The tour's been good. All the people have been good. Everybody's been wonderful.
The territory is beautiful.
It's definitely God's country. Yep. Definitely God's country.
How about this here carving on the rock? How do you like that?
Hey, it's awesome.
Well, we've been here 4 times now.
Ever get old?
Never. Never. Never in a million years.
Couldn't pass it up. You know, it's great. It's my first time in a row.
I was born here in Mulbridge, and I haven't been back here for 30 years. I've never seen Mount Rushmore, and I'm ecstatic. I'm loving it. It's great.
I think it's great. It's something different, bigger than Daytona. I could go home and tell my grandkids all about this and hope that someday they can come up here.
Okay guys, that's the end of part 3. I'll tell you what, if you've never been to Sturgis, and if this don't make you want to go to Sturgis, I guess you never will go to Sturgis. It's an awesome place with awesome people. The roads, most of them are been changed over to 4-lane, so they're much safer. But the roads you're seeing here going through the hills, they're still 2-lane. They're still awesome to ride and look down, and Needles Highway is what part of that is, and it's just awesome. I can't say nothing else but awesome. Go see Sturgis if you haven't seen it. This is the end of part 3, Sturgis 1990.